You know, in in a theoretical sense, it could be possible, hypothetically, for anyone and everyone to be Kiwi. But in a physical sense, I think it's probably true that only I'm Kiwi. Do you know what I mean? Do you know where I'm coming from? Like when you really think about it. When you really think about it, I'd say there's probably about at least a 95.65% chance that I'm Kiwi. 6 minutes off the starting screen? Yeah, because my ad ended. I was just waiting for my ad, my advertisement. I want to fill Dan Clancy's pockets so bad. That sounds dodgy, but I meant with money. It's been a weak assertion. You know, without a study to back me up, how could I possibly make like a solid, strong claim? You know, I think 95.6% is a really valid claim for like the percentage of QV that could be possible on any given moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, ain't no party like a QV party. Anita sauce. Hi. I'm QV. Hi Ferrans, hi Chud, hi Sneed, hi Wafflix, hi Squirrel, hi Mapple, hi Grimble, hi Murderlo, hi Rage, hi Disco, hi On, hi Wonku, hi Zora, hi Pudding, hi Grimble, hi Crispian, hi Ramignan, hi Mapple. Wait, I forgot to ping people. Hi Jintu, hi Seal. Oh, I saw your Pip of the River cover. Wait, the one I did when like when I was the Mandem. That one, my Mandem Pip of the River cover. That one, I feel like that's the only one I did. Did I do another one? I reckon probably not. You know, least curious person recorded in human history. No, in a way. Okay, in a way, only I'm Kiwi, okay? In a way, only I'm Kiwi. We're in my thinking corner now, okay? My thinking corner. Do you know what else? We're gonna do some more hypotheticals, okay, guys? Wolflex, thank you for the gift of the sub. That's not the hypothetical. In a manner of speaking, gay son or thought daughter? Which one? Which one? Gay son or thought daughter? Like if you had to choose, if you could only have one, which one? Would have breakfast today. I feel like I made myself very clear. You know, gay son or thought daughter. I don't know. I don't know how much clearer I could be. You know, past a certain point, I think I've said what needs to be said, you know, gay son or thought daughter, you know? It's a very problematic question. Well, what if it was like China and it was the one-child policy and you had to choose, okay? Then it's fine. Then it's fine again, you know? Then it's like the government doing it. So you just blame the government instead, you know, because they're forcing the one-child policy on you. What if a Cuban daughter? No! That's not allowed. That's not allowed. I think I'd go gay son. I think I'd go gay son, honestly. I feel like gay son. I feel like it's like for daughter. What if she's like out thoughting and then she's like she gets kidnapped, you know? I feel like gay son wouldn't get kidnapped. So like I'm thinking about the safety of my children right now, you know? Gay son is safe though. Hi Spoon. Kiwi daughter. I'm Kiwi. Okay. Wait, I got another one. What if he gets pregnant? Can men get pregnant? Have you guys ever been pregnant? Is MPEG real? I thought it was just in the Omegaverse. I reckon it could be real though. I reckon, yeah. What if my gay son got pregnant? That would be a problem because they'd have to like cut him open. So maybe the daughter would be better because even if she got pregnant, they wouldn't have to cut her over, you know? Like she wouldn't have to get the C-section, but if there was like MPEG, he would have to get C-section because like there's no way the baby's coming out otherwise, right? Okay, I've got another one. Okay. I'm thinking. Son! That's it. That's it. That's just it. Okay. Would you rather have like the Lana Del Rey like Coquette, like Lana Del Rey daughter, or like in so cool like wait, I need to formulate this. I need to formulate it. Hang on. Would you rather have a book talk Lana Del Rey Labubu Metro daughter, or would you rather have like League of Legends playing Sun? Which one would you rather have? What are you talking about? I'm doing hypotheticals. Why don't you understand? It's very clear. Hi, Yoni. I know my dog. There's no League of Legends daughter. The daughter doesn't play League of Legends. It's only the son. Do they euthanize him for his own good? Yeah, would you rather have incel son or VTuber daughter? Which one? Sensitive young man. Okay, would you rather have sensitive young man, incel cool, looks maxing, bone smashing, son, or would you rather have e-girl Roblox playing, sleeps on cool, Hello Kitty daughter? Choose one now. You have to have one. You can't avoid. You can't kill yourself. You have to choose one, okay? I didn't just describe. That's not me. I didn't just describe myself. That's not me. Would I rather? That's not me. Looks makes it. Hi Valentine! Hi Mary! Choose to love my children altogether? No, it's currently we're in China and it's the one-child policy, okay? We're in China during the implementation of the one-child policy. So you have to also they don't let you get rid of more than one child, so you have to basically choose one. Okay? Between the children. So, what are we thinking? I can't think of any more hypotheticals. Well, would you rather have a roadman, dealing sword, or would you rather have a chubby Love Island Fiat 500 daughter? Which one? Which would you prefer? Fiat 500 chap daughter or roadman? Or roadman dealer son? What do you mean? What does roadman dealing son? He's a roadman. He's a drug dealer, obviously. He's a dealer, as in he deals. Guys, go outside. Guys, go. Will he sell to you? I feel like he'd hide it from you. I feel like he'd hide it from you, so no. I don't think you'd get anything from your son. And if he comes his way, does he get arrested or not? Depends how good he is. I don't know, it's your child, not mine. Depends how good he is at being on road. Fuck him. They call drug dealers roadmen? No, you don't have to be. No, they're not equivalent. Roadman is like... Kinda like... How do you explain it? How do you explain it? They're like... Chav, but like evolved. And they're like normally like... There's like a link between like gangs and stuff. And they always wear like... They always wear like North Face and black Nikes. So you can tell. And then they always have like balaclavas on. But it's like... I don't know. It's not just a chav. It's like different. It's like different, but I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, can you see it now? Can you see it now? That's what it is. How did Igor forget how to speak English? This makes perfect sense. This means perfect sense, like a wide boy. I don't know what a wide boy is. I don't know what a wide boy is. What is that? Well, what's up, Doc? Oh, what is a Fiat 500 girl? Isn't just a girl driving a Fiat 500. Like, she has grey furniture, and she goes to Turkey to get like her lip filler and her cheek filler. And she watches Love Island, and she likes to get like grey furniture, and basically her entire house is like grey crushed velvet, and she has like live, laugh, love on the walls. Yeah, she likes Labubu too, and she spends all day on like TikTok. That's Fiat 500 woman, okay? A wide boy is a British term for a man who lives by his wits. Wheeling and dealing. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, it's equivalent with spiv. Why the fuck have they got you giving me words from like the fucking 19th century? What's going on here? What's going on here? You're giving me words from like 2 million years ago. It answered, so you have to sell it on me. Smoochie, Mama, thank you for the follow. Hi, Cyclops. No, I'm not British. I mean, I've never heard of that word either. I don't think it's used anymore, really. Is it actually synonym with geezer? I feel like geezer doesn't mean that anymore. Geezer doesn't mean that anymore, I feel like. Explain this. What the fuck is a spiffing Brit? What the fuck is that? Wait. Hi, Flea! Spiffing! Sounds like spunking, which I don't really like the idea of, if I'm honest with you, so I'm a bit scared to Google this. Oh, is that fucking wanker from Yogscast? I don't like Yogscast. Yogscast is like... I never watched Yogscast. It was cringe. It was cringe and it was boring. Yeah, I don't know this guy. I just recognize that like stick man with like the hat on, and I like know vaguely what Yogscast is. I know it has Live Alicious. Wasn't she in the Yogscast? That's all I know. Is he not in Yogscast? Wait, it said he makes things for Yogscast, yeah. I think they were always boring, and you should have watched better I was gonna say you should have watched better YouTubers like the one I watched, but actually, like, every YouTuber I liked was kind of... I think they nearly all got exposed for nonsense. Maybe don't do that anymore, like... did you ever watch Total Biscuit? No, I don't remember who Total Biscuit is. Kiwi, there weren't better Minecraft... When did I say I wanted to watch a Minecraft YouTuber? Didn't watch Smosh? I watched a bit of Smosh. When Smosh first went viral. Oh, that's Total Biscuit, that man. Oh. Oh, he's dead? Oh, sorry. Oh, we do not forget. We are Legion. Sorry, Mr. Biscuit. I didn't know you were dead because I didn't know who you were. Sorry. You watch PewDiePie? I watch PewDiePie a bit, but I mainly watched Gvods. I mainly always watched Gvods. He was British too. Just because he's British doesn't mean I need to know of him. Like, I'm not best mates with the Queen. You know, like 10 years ago? Oh. Well, maybe someone mentioned him like 10 years ago and I forgot. We used to like use shit talk. I couldn't shit talk him. I don't even know what he is. But I also, never cared for like Minecraft streamers or anything like that. I thought they were all boring and I thought it was boring to watch. So I don't know any of these like Minecraft YouTube Let's Players. Like people are like, wow, so cool. I love YugiCast. Little Basket is basically Jim. What? Am I meant to know who Jim Sterling is? I don't know who that is. I don't know. 24K wide boy open BSD Sono or Timu. Oh no, I lost it. Timu Blackheart Linux daughter. I would take the daughter. Did you watch on YouTube? Nail tutorials? No, I watched Gmod. I watched Gmod Bros. Yeah, I would take Timu daughter. What do you mean over Linux? They both... She was on Timu Blackheart Linux, bro. The links was included. Look, I don't know who the hell is Loke. Mr. What? Is that a real thing? Do you ever watch Kitty0706? No, I don't know who that is. Like Bush? No, I don't know what... Bush? Bush? Bush, yeah. You made funny TF2 G, but oh, I didn't care about TF2. I didn't like watch TF2. I watched like Cryotic. I watched that kind of TF2. Like, I don't know what you guys watch. I've never heard of these channels, but I watched like Cryotic and stuff like that. I'm like gaslighting you. I don't care about like boring Let's Players. Yeah, he was the sex festival. No, he didn't groom me. We're good. Yeah, like actually Gmod game. Like actually playing like murder and stuff. Not like Source. I don't care about that. No Germa and stuff. I don't know what Stereo and Shivy 2142 is. I watched Germa like once and I didn't really get it. I didn't really get it. If I'm honest. I also, yeah, I don't know who this kitty guy is. You can talk about it? Fuck off! Bro! Leave me alone! Hi, Sumina. No, I didn't get groomed by any YouTubers, okay? I didn't. Lilith, thank you for the sub. Look at this morning stream. It's not morning. It's 6 p.m. What's so Travis Shades of boring? His clips are gold. I think it's funny when people contort his face, but yeah, I watched the stream and I was kind of bored for most of it. I was kind of bored. Just adoring YouTube and Twitch, you know that! No that! Never got to any Flash variety streamers. They all seemed kind of obnoxious and annoying. I mean, yeah, the streamers, well, it was Let's Play, right? The Let's Players I watched were mostly, they didn't post their face, right? Most of them didn't. Like at least the ones I watched, the majority of them I watched were like, they had that elite epic YouTube persona. I never really got into like face cameras that much. I didn't really care for it. You know what was better in 2017 when he did have 13k viewers? How do you guys know who he is? Like, I don't understand how everyone knows who these people are. Dumbass kid? I'm 38 years old, mate. Oh, TF2? What he did? Team Fortress 2? I never played TF2. It looks boring. The appeal of Gmod was like prop hunts. The good thing about Gmod was prop hunt and murder. And the one where you like the one Trouble in Terrorist Town. Trouble in Terrorist Town. Yeah, I don't get the appeal of the rest of it. See the 3D video on my screen actually upsets me. Okay, I don't get upset. I don't get upset, but I don't. It doesn't entice me to watch. You know what I mean? I'm not enticed. Yeah, nobody plays Gmod anymore. I'm not saying I watch Gmod Let's Players now. Let's Players don't exist anymore, bro. But like, yeah. When YouTube was all like Gmod TTT, that was Kino, that was peak content. That was all I watched at the time. Like, at this time, I basically couldn't play it myself. So I was like, yo! Epic! Oh yeah, I never played Gmod Tower. What do you mean the Roblox should have said a Gmod? I played Roblox. I played Roblox and I played Gmod, but I never watched Roblox people. Nobody Let's Played Roblox. People just Let's Play Gmod. You will never read through a screenshot out me and something awful potatoes. You didn't play it yourself, but you just refused to buy CS? I didn't have a card. They don't accept gift voucher or anything. Counter-Strike Source. I have Gmod now, and I eventually played it myself. But I was like, yeah, it was pretty fun when I played it, but I played it after like the hype died down mostly, I feel like. Like that. Don't you not need Source anymore for the textures? I thought they were saying they fixed that, so you don't need it anymore? Why is Gmod French now? That's disgusting. Can you Giovanni French people from your servers, perhaps? Oh, it was really recent. Oh yeah, but it's been done now, right? It's been done, I reckon. But yeah, I liked Cryonic, and I liked the RPG Minx. I watched a bit of Smush, but that was like, I don't know. Smush fell off fast. Like Smush was a thing for like months. Like they were okay, and then they fell off, bro. They fell off. Do you know like MP Doom, like School Time? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I also liked Boy in a Band, but like he stopped posting videos because apparently he was a nonce. Were any of the other ones? I don't know. But like a shocking amount, you know. A shocking amount. RPG Minx wasn't a non-star. She was just lesbian. That was like she did a video, and I feel like I was a bit scared because I thought it was like a video about something bad, and then she was like, "No, I just got married and a wife," and I was like, "Oh, okay, thank fucking God." I thought this was a confession stream. Like I thought it was gonna be. I don't know. It's been so long. I think I was really scared. But I remembered seeing something on it, and it was like it just, you know, when you see something worded wrong, and you're like, oh fuck, and you click it, and you're like, oh no, oh thank God you were just gay. Yeah, thank God, thank God you just got married, you know. Papa, thank you for the follow. Hana Minx? No, the RPG Minx. But it was like, I don't remember it. This was like forever ago. I remembered it. I was scared for. I was scared, but I think she's good. Were you on YouTube when everyone was playing Amnesia? Yeah, when like PewDiePie first got big because he was playing Amnesia. It was like Amnesia and Happy Meals, right? Like both of those at the same time. Stopped posting, and a while later he got found out. I think it was going after 16-year-olds or something. Yeah, I think they were like, oh, it's not technically legally nonsing, but it's kind of really nonsy. And I think, I don't know. Yeah, he had like a mental breakdown, and then he disappeared. Boy in a band. And to be honest, yeah, it is still nonsy. Yeah. Technically, it's yeah. He's not done anything legally wrong, but it's really weird. It's like the thingy when you get like guys who are like 22 and they drive up to schools with like that Corsa to like because they want to get engaged like a 16-year-old girl, and they're like 24, and it's like, okay, it's legal, but you're a fucking nonce, mate. You're a fucking nonce. And like I don't like, you know. No, they didn't do that to me, but it's a thing I have observed, you know. I've observed. It's more than a simple coincidence and nonsense is all I'm saying. What's wrong with that? That's not what your ancestors did for thousands of years. Look into history, bro. You'd be really surprised that like that's not true at all if you actually look into how things actually happen instead of like listening to like 1 or 2 cases of it not being like it is now, I guess. But yeah, some eras had people marry young, but often, even when you look into the stories of them marrying young, they would still not do anything because marriage was normally like political or something like that. Because it was still seen as like, what the fuck, bro? Like there's been like writings people have like found if when the one guy didn't wait, and like everyone, like you could see writings of people being like, the fuck? What's wrong with you, you know? So like, yeah, it's like, and even, yeah, the average as well is not very young. Yeah, the average was like obviously young compared to now, because a lot of people get married when they're like 35 or whatever. But they wouldn't have been like 16, they would have been like adults, bro. Like just look at like the stats. Like yeah, there wasn't really a huge lifespan difference as well. The lifespan difference was like, it was like, what's the word? Twisted by what's it called? Child death. That's the word I was looking for. Infant death. It broke it. Oh, my Twitch V-Trip Studio client is disconnected. That's weird. Well, not my problem. Not my problem. Last with expenditures an adult was like 60. I feel like it was like, yeah, 70-ish or something like that. But yeah, like, I hate how people are like, oh, history was super noncy though. Like, yes, their idea of morality, it wasn't as, like, legally sad as much as it is now, but like, no, they were noncy, bro, like... like, it's just silly to, and it's like avoiding the facts of what actually happened then. Don't forget history! I just think it's stupid. People are like, it used to be like that. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It did not. It's not true. Being nonce was much easier back then, but it doesn't mean it was actually the norm, yeah. I think it was like, it's been like vastly overestimated. Was space aliens? I don't think they went off your... I don't think they went off, oh my god, I'm so dizzy, I forgot what I was saying! I don't think they were there in medieval times, bro. I don't think they were there. Since it's 315 is the mean, what are they getting that mean from though? Because royalty would marry earlier, but yeah, if you were like common, you would often get married like 25-ish or something like that. So built the pyramids? Well, I'm talking about like Europe. I don't think they built the pyramids. I don't think they built the pyramids. Well, how old was her husband when the wife was 23? He would have been a bit older, but like, I'm pretty sure the stats for like the average male marriage age is already like... He would be a couple years older. He would be like, say she was 18, maybe he'd be like 24. Which is not the fucking story people like to peddle of. Oh, she was 18 and she got married off and he was 45! We couldn't be married off at 25! Embarrassed! People would get very like always when they could afford to. Yeah, but you know what I mean when I'm saying like, there's a vast misconception of what was socially acceptable then. And it's like, just because the Catholic Church set the minimum age at like an age that wouldn't be acceptable now, they socially... It doesn't mean people were like, oh, that's okay. Do you know what I mean? 16 and 24 is not different from 16 and 22 in a British Honda Civic. That's the same difference in age. You think a girl in the secondary school and a guy who's like could have finished university is the same as a girl who's out of school and a guy in that same situation? The difference in age thing doesn't make any fucking sense because it's a difference in freaking social structure and what you've been through kind of thing. If you speak of the authority of a primary source, I was there when Queen Victoria was there. Below 25, they're not basically the same. The 25 brain finishing developing theory isn't true. It's vastly misunderstood. That isn't a thing. That's dumb. It's not the same. Your life stages are completely different. That's why it's like, if a 30-year-old married a 60-year-old, it would be, oh, that's a lot. But their life stages wouldn't be that different, really. Yeah, the study on the brain development thing is not true. Don't fall for it. It's wrong. No one should ever get married or shag things. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's the fact that it's not that it's illegal or not, it's the fact that they are girls in school and they are men in their 20s. That's what makes it noncy. I don't care if it's legal. It's still noncy. Because socially, you're in very different stages of your life. They're very different in temperament between 20 and 25, and you'll be very different in temperament between 25 and 30. That's not a case of, oh, my brain's finished developing, because that's not how it works. Your brain will continue developing until you... blah, bro. But yeah, it's entirely different. It's entirely different, and I'm not sure how you could reason that it's ever okay for those guys to be like doing that. Socially acceptable ages for marriage we may know, but how about concubines, mistresses, brothels, and whatnot? We probably don't have good data from such practices, since such was usually illegal or borderline so. Human trafficking has also been a business. Yeah, that's why I was saying it was probably a lot easier for people who wanted to engage in socially unacceptable practices to do so. But it's like, from what's being written and what's being tracked, we can see that the average marriage age is honestly very normal even now, like for like commoners. And yeah, from what's being written from history, like I suppose I hate the word, but like consummation is how they used to say it, right? Was still seen as strange. Like they would be such ironic language. But yeah, people recognized it as both medically and socially probably not acceptable. And people would normally wait for marriage and consummation until they could gather their own land in their own household and stuff like that. Which is why they were early 20s. And we shouldn't use the royals' few cases of very political marriages for like a basis of that. Otherwise, we will be saying like every single country in Europe is full of people who love marrying their brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? No, it was just the royals who did that. Do you know, like you can take so many things from like the royals' political marriage practices that weren't applicable to society in general. That isn't true. Yeah, I'm sorry. Most medieval people weren't nonsense, and they also weren't big fans of incest. I think you'll find. I'm not sure why you're trusting what I'm saying. But how do we fix modern loneliness? Do we need to bring back arranged marriages? I mean, you can still get arranged marriage if you want. I think that's still possible. And there are also people who did actually know how old they were. I mean, I suppose birth records were not allowed. Not tracked very well sometimes. But I imagine people weren't morons and they could take a pretty rough guess at whether at certain things, you know what I mean? Wait, arranged marriage is illegal? Oh, I didn't mean forced marriage, not forced marriage. Yeah, arranged marriage is different terminology to forced marriage. Arranged marriage is just when you like... It's like arranged, but you can choose. A forced marriage is a type of arranged marriage, but not all arranged marriages are forced. This is the legal definition. Sorry guys, it's like terminology difference. Choose the ostracized by all your family? Well, you should use the specific terminology of forced only then, because technically there's at least the possibility of a situation where somebody could want an arranged marriage and not be forced into it. Do you know what I mean? Kiwi, do you know what antinatalism is? Is that like anti children? Is that the one where it's anti like birthing new individuals? I guess it's really not for you. But yeah, like yeah, it's not illegal for two parents to be like, we think it would be good if our children got together, you know? Like otherwise they'd be like, yeah, you can't even discuss it. But yeah, I'm on about arranged, not forced. Yeah, the r/child free. I saw a bit from them. I saw a little bit from them. Do you know what makes me... Let's see, what are they posting on there? Are you secretly upset about not being married yet? No? Why would I need to be married? It's not like there's any real restrictions that hold back my marriage anymore, bro. I think, you don't need to get married to have a bank account anymore, so like it's fine now, you know? You can have one without a husband. You know? So it's like, it's whatever. Your mom sure is? No, she's not. Does your dad want you to get married? They don't really care that much. I think we should repeal that. Man, I don't think my parents would care if I got married. It doesn't... It would be I don't know. I don't see the benefit to them. They've given up, I forgot about that. Fuck off! The benefit is grandchildren. I think I gave up on that. But you know, I think I've known people to have children before they got married. Like, I've known people in real life who had children out of wedlock. Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can do that before getting married. Your good said no. So many bastards in this world. Dude just got no. But I told my parents. I don't think I'd ever want a child anyway. And they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, thanks, bye. I went, you know what? Give up. Give up, bro. I I think you gotta give them the news softly. You know, you gotta let them know softly. Free some eggs just in case. He wanted to thought sounding good and gay. No, why? What? I'm gay. I'm homosexual. Holy shit. Well, that's not ever. I haven't watched Monty Python, so I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. If you don't have kids, whatever explanation is there of it being gay? Okay. I think you shouldn't have children if you don't think you're capable of raising them in an environment where they would prosper and not end up sick. And I think a lot of people do that regardless, and that's why you end up with people who regret it and end up as very bad parents. And I don't think I'd be a good parent. So I don't care. Kids do not adapt. I'm speaking from personal experience. My parents hated being parents so much. They were alcoholics, and they would tell me they wish they'd go to jail so they wouldn't have to look after me anymore. And and they would try and game over themselves. So I can tell you for a fact, you don't adapt to it. I think people regret being parents a lot, bro. I don't think I could be 100% that I'd be able to raise a kid, and I would be able to do it in a way I'd be happy with. So I just wouldn't want to. Do you say that best to exterminate the English is good intent? So Shiva, what do we drink today? I was doing my motor, but it's too... I'm kind of... I can't be bothered to draw right now. It's fine just to have kids. Other kids don't even think about it. Nah, that's why you end up with so many kids that end up like... just being absolute dickhead adults as well, though, because they weren't raised by parents who cared about raising them properly, or parents who were able to raise them properly. That's why, like, the percentage of, I suppose, like, not crime, but like antisocial behavior in like children always gets higher, right, as well. But yeah, I don't think it's so many parents are insane. It's like, I remembered seeing a Reddit sub on it. It was like regretful parents. It's not like child-free where they're actually dickheads about it. I was like, you know what? I feel bad for these people because it's not exactly an unusual situation to find yourself in. Kids they care of themselves more than you think if you know a cunt to them. I mean, I don't care of myself, but it's also like you have to raise that child basically for at least over a decade before they're able to do that really to themselves, right? And a lot of parents are like physically exhausted and you lose the ability to do what you want, right? You lose the ability to choose like your own, I think, future, I think. Like especially I think if you're like a woman, like a lot of women basically have to drop everything to be mothers, right? And it's like, I think it's a very, yeah, it's like often psychologically quite damning for a lot of them, I think. A lot of people really can't adjust to that, and I think it's not unusual to like, for them to be in a situation where they feel like they've lost everything, right? So they get for having sex. But if they do everything themselves fine and you turned out great, well, thanks. It's called adult responsibility. You can be adult responsibility without having a child, though. I think if you're parent, you've never seen it on a personal level, it's hard to really understand. I was really upset about it when I was a kid, but I kind of like, I get it. You know, I get it now. I understand. Did your mom cook you food when you came home from school? Yeah. My My mom cooked me food. They cooked for me. I wasn't neglected. They just hated being a parent. They just obviously regretted it. And they never said they regretted it, but like I could tell. I could tell. And it's like, I think I'm scared of that, so I don't want to do it. Don't just sacrifice your life to be a parent, just don't be selfish. I don't mean in that sense, but I mean because of the cost of childcare, a lot of women, even if they like what they do, I suppose, like as a job, they have to drop it to be like a full-time parent, right? I'm saying women because, like, obviously, I don't care. Yes, statistically, that's still, like, most women do that if one parent needs to do it. And they do feel like you end up stuck at home because there's not really a community system. There's not really a community system as much. Even when they try and make a community system, I feel once you're kind of like a stay-at-home mom, you're kind of stuck there. You have sacrificed your outside life for the most part. And for most people, their social circle is centered around their job. And what they do as a job. Like, they meet people through their job. You don't really have third spaces or third hobbies to meet people anymore. So when a mother becomes stay-at-home, she's stuck for the most part. She's stuck. These are such normie problems. Yeah, but I'm talking about parents, and I'm gonna tell you this. I think the majority of parents might be normies. You're already a NEET? What's the difference? You think I'm a NEET? I'm not a NEET. But do you know what I mean? Like, most of us don't talk to anyone regardless. I mean, me neither, really. But I'm talking about, like, your average normie and the psychological effect on them when these things happen. You know what I mean? I think most women drop their jobs for kids. A lot do, because either with maternity leave, after maternity leave, you still can't afford childcare, because at least here, often, even if you go to work, you'll earn less than the fees to put a child in daycare. Maybe those normies will learn to be content in solitude and not rely on others for validation. I mean, I can't speak on them, but I was just speaking from like a complete... Say you're going from being a normie and you're shoved into complete isolation and you're not used to it. You would probably very easily come to regret the life decision that forced you into complete isolation. Parents/grandparents have nothing better to do than taking care of kids while you're slaving away. That's not really a thing here. That's not really a thing here. Maybe in other countries. Speaking of the States, I feel like, yeah, you don't really see, like, grandparents taking, like, massive care of children unless it's, like, a really young mother, right? Like, unless she's, like, literally, like, a teenager and she physically can't because she has school or whatever. You don't have to be isolated as a parent. Yeah, you don't have to. There is, like, parents' events. But then I feel like you get stuck in a situation where the only social events you have are ones basically centered around your children as well. You know what I mean? Like, when I think about what would be, like, shit about this situation, like, that as well. Like, you end up, like, stuck in that situation. I think that's why a lot of people regret it. It's not true. You can still befriend other parents, but you can still invite them over to drinks without the kids. You had to get rid of the kid, though. I don't know. At least for, yeah, you have to have the support system to get rid of the kids. And I don't know. At least from what I've read of people who regret it, they don't have that support system to do that. So they are just essentially stuck. And, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with regretting it. I don't think there should be as much stigma against people who are like... oh, I regret doing this. Like, obviously, you have to do it now. Like, you've made that choice. But, I think things would be a lot better if there was less stigma against that for people. Because then they would, like, have, I suppose, more of a system to, maybe fix it, but if not fix it, at least have, like, somewhat of a way out. Well, the people always regret it is funny to me, because after being around a lot of people in a deathmatch, they all wish they spent more time with their kids or wish they had kids. I'm not saying people always regret it. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm not saying everyone regrets it. I'm saying a lot of people do regret it, and I'm talking from my personal experience that my parents were no very good parents. And I think they probably... It would have been a lot better for them psychologically if they didn't have children. Like, if I didn't exist, if I wasn't there, I think it would be... It would have been better, right? I guess that the rate of regret is absurdly higher among those that don't have kids. I think it's also a lot less stigmatized to not have kids and also be like, oh, I wish I had kids, than it is to be like, oh, I wish I didn't have my children. Do you know what I mean? Like... You're saying this, but statistically a lot less people are going to be open about that. People don't want to say that. People don't want to come around and be like, I fucking wish I never had kids, because people will be like, what the fuck? What do you want about? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think everyone is equipped to have children. I don't think most people have the system to have children. People say whatever they want on their deathbed, realistically. I'm gonna be on my deathbed, but fucking hell. Wish I did Coca-Cola. A lot of... I mean, what do you expect? You decide to bring another life into the world and then decide you don't want it anymore? It's incredibly shitty, isn't it? I think... I mean... I've not got children, sorry. So... But I think, yeah, I can see why there's stigma towards it. And obviously there should be stigma towards, like, trying to undo it. Like, that's wrong. But I think it should be fine for somebody to be like... I'm regretting it because I don't feel like I'm in a situation where I'm equipped to, like, cope with this. Or do this properly, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think we have, like, the community-oriented society, like, needed, really, for raising children. Efficiently and with like better support for like parents. Like everything is really more nuclear now, right? A little more nuclear, and it's like the separation isn't good for like anyone psychologically. It's kind of like going mad. I regret spending my time doing charity. I wish I could have played GameCube instead. I think it's entirely different perspectives. Like I can say I don't think I would regret not having children because I don't think I could do it. Like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could trust myself to do that. Like, you put thought to it and I go, yeah, I don't think I could. So no, I wouldn't regret it, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's, like, strange for the opposite to be possible. I don't think therapy can fix these people, though, because the only solution for them is to no longer have kids. At the end of the day, anything you propose to them to fix their loneliness or just result in them neglecting that child. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the problem, right? Because the solution is to be out of it. But I think the better solution is a community again. If we had a community-oriented society, I think it would at least relieve the pressure on a lot of them. Like when children were like raised a little more in the quote-unquote village, right? People actively avoid community. I know they do. I know we live in like most of like the West is like very, very, very individualist. And I think it's a negative for things like this. And it's yeah. I'm aware it's probably not possible, but it's bad. Many people hate their kids, it's an awful thing to admit, but it's true. Yeah, I think many people really really hate their children, especially if they're in a situation where their child is perhaps sick. As bad as it sounds, I imagine a lot of people will be in a situation where they're like, I regret it, and I hate that I did that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, sure, you can have the knee-jerk reaction to be like, what the fuck, what's wrong with you? But when you really think about it, you can be like, oh. Yeah, I'd probably hate that too, actually. Like, reasonably, yeah, it's a shit situation to be in. You can't even admit that to yourself. I remember man who has OCD and is always cleaning 24/7 makes you also realize they don't get married doesn't see them my parents said it. Oh, wait, your parents were cleaning 24/7? Like that? But yeah, I think there's a lot of factors in play here, and it's like a lot of economic and social and isolationist factors, I think. And it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't tell like your kids that directly, but I think sometimes parenthood can push some people who are vulnerable literally to the edge, right? And it's like perhaps they didn't know it was that bad until it happened to them, and now they physically can't cope mentally, right? That's why parents live. Yeah. So don't take your kids from the time they gain the ability to walk until they grow up to have self-control. Kids are fucking annoying, but they're still family. I feel like you're talking from a very mentally stable perspective though as well. And you're also talking about like average child, nothing wrong with them, nothing you have to deal with, any sense and form. I feel like the moment one of these factors come into play, I think you can emphasize a bit more with like why somebody would regret it, I think. But I think even past that point, people can regret it, right? And it's like, even you regret it, and it's like, you've reasoned to yourself and you don't know what to do, it's push you to the edge. Or you're one of those people who doesn't think about things at all, and you raise like fucking like neglected, unhinged like children who like gather their phone from antisocial like Asbo behavior. Like that. Never had a thought in my entire life. It's a tough economic decision for sure. Yeah, I think from what I've seen, like news-wise, a lot of people here it's like saying they literally really can't afford it. Because the economic situation is so shit. Fundamentally, I think government-provided childcare can't be a replacement for parenting. Like, the necessary bonding between parent and child for the child's development can't be substituted by just throwing money in it. Yeah, it's not a replacement. Of course, the best thing to do would be to have a system around that child who knows the child well 24/7. But that's not possible, so what it does is, I suppose, it gives, like... It gives, like, people, like, the ability to do, more, I suppose. Like, obviously you shouldn't rely on the state to raise your child. That's ridiculous and it's stupid, and it's why the economic system is reporting so many uneducated children. Because they're being raised by the internet. But at the same time, I think it should be there as a minimum. Because I don't think you should ever be expected to be in a parental role 24/7 at all times, like fully in that role for the rest of your life. Some people say that it's economically not possible, but those same people are also buying $300 bags on credit. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. There's a crisis here where people literally, like, food banks are full. Food banks are full and people can't afford their rent and stuff like that because wages are so low and the cost of everything is so high. This isn't people on credit. This is just people being like, yeah, food banks are empty of food and full of people is what I mean. A lot of people work it out, and if you work out the cost of a child, they're like, yeah, it's physically too expensive. Like, you can't provide a life for that child, unlike within, like, the current economic situation, well, especially in, like, an individualist society where it's all related on you. Where it's all, like, reliant on you to do that. Because it's like what? Like 200 grand? Maybe? 200 grand for, like, just in general, like, maybe how much a child will cost for, like, the bare minimum-ish, I feel like. Up to, like, an adult. Yeah, 200 grand is 200 grand. I'm talking about, like just the average. Like, you're not giving it, like, anything past, like, state school, the government benefits. It's not much higher than that as long as you're in the, like, the minimum of what's necessary. But yeah, I think the argument of, like, oh, everyone who says they can't afford it economically is simply that's not true. That's just how much it just costs a lot. If you're not spending 200 grand on a kid or giving that kid too much luxury, statistically, that is how much it costs to raise a child in this country. That's not giving the kid too much luxury. Statistically, the cost to raise a child to age 18 is £200,000. I think the mean... Let's see, what's the mean salary? The mean salary in the UK, including bonuses, is approximately 36,800 per year. And the medium is 31,000 per year. So that include college or no college. University would be after. A university is after 18, right? So it would be after. Do money for you to graduate? Get rich on. But yeah, statistically, that's just literally the fact, and that's why people say they can't afford it, because a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck and they can barely afford to feed themselves. Like that. So factor in the fact that you need a bigger house. I mean, here you would probably just make your kids share a room, because UK houses aren't very big. So if you had, like, if you didn't have the space, you would maybe, like, you had, like, multiple kids, they'd share a room, or you'd, like, just shove, like, stuff in their room so you could have the space. You need 1 bedroom minimum. You'd probably need, yeah, you need 2 bedrooms. But I think most houses here have 2 bedrooms. I feel like Like a bit of like it's stranger to find a house of only 1 bedroom. I think only room for 1 bedroom. Medical care in particular is often quite expensive in advanced economies, even for those who don't have any notable health issues through their first 2 decades. Granted, the parent might not bear the entirety of that cost directly. Yeah, I mean, here medical care is free, because it's paid at point of tax, right? It's free as long as you don't check how much you're paying in tax, kind of thing. But yeah, it's a very low minimum. It's not including health services because it's private self-services aren't really a thing here. Even the private health services, half the time they just send you to the NHS. Not for long. Fuck knows what they're doing with that. They keep changing their minds. But I don't think they'd really privatize it because they made a bunch more stuff that was privatized under the Thatcherism like policies public again recently because it all went to shit and it was overpriced and it was horribly maintained. So the state bought it back under them again. So I'd be shocked if they did that again after literally being like, whoops, we shouldn't do that actually. But yeah. I'm gonna download this virus. It says the cost of a child in 2014. A lone parent with 2 children working full-time on a minimum wage can only cover 69% of the cost of a child. 69. And that's like full-time. That's like full-time on like what? 25 grand-ish? Minimum. They changed it recently. What's the exact minimum? What's the exact minimum? I forgot. Like full-time wage. I don't remember. Something around that. Something around that. They're cheating. They're including housing costs as childcare costs. You think you don't need a house to raise a child? The cost of a child report looks at how much it costs families to provide a minimum socially acceptable standard of living for their children. Since 2012, this report has systematically monitored the minimum cost of a child. To estimate the overall cost of living, bringing up a child, it goes on the minimum income standard based on public consensus about what is needed for a minimum socially acceptable standing of living in urban UK outside London. This minimum living standard is one that provides for material needs and enables participation in society. It totally includes cost of a child, yes, because it's what you need to raise that child. It's silly to say you don't need it. It makes perfect sense because I mean you had that house before the child too. I mean some people don't, which is why when they get a child they get social housing, right? You're really paying it? You would probably, I mean, depends if you have the right house, and it's like what if you don't, right? What if you're not paying it? What if you don't have the right place to live? What if you have to pay more now to like raise a child to an acceptable standard of living? Because a lot of people here are living like, yeah, they can't afford like their bills and stuff, right? So it's like, yeah, in a lot of cases people aren't paying it because they literally can't afford it. So it would count as the cost of raising a child because a lot of children are under the poverty line, right? Where they're living without heating and stuff like that. It's all like necessary though. I don't know why you wouldn't include it. Because it's about the standard for living. And even if you remove that, you remove maybe what? What are we gonna say? We're gonna say they pay £500 for that house a month, and they pay, let's say bills are 300. So let's say 800 times 12, and then 100 times 18. Is okay, that's 172, yeah. But regardless, yes, it's counted as the cost of a child because that's what prioritized. That's why if you're in the list for social housing, yes, you're like bumped up if you have a child because it's considered necessary. And the issue in China is that costs which must be devoted to the child versus the affluence required to raise a child are both being called the cost to have a child. Well, the fact is that the cost that must be like the cost of raising a child doesn't need to be necessarily devoted to the child only. I never said that. I've said it's what's been needed to raise a child to like a good standard. But yeah, they're saying 260,000 to 290,000 total. I don't know if I overestimated how much their house care would be. I didn't Google it. But yeah, I think it's silly to say like, oh, you're already paying it, it doesn't count, because it totally does. It absolutely does. But yeah, it even... Oh my god, they said... it's gone up by like... Wait, what the fuck? They said it's gone up by like over 100 grand since like 3 years ago? Is that true? That's scary. So let's call it 300,000 over 18 years. 17 grand a year is not exactly a high hurdle. This is the bare minimum, bro. This is the bare minimum. You think so? If you earn let me Google it. Full time. So if you earn 23, the bare minimum, which a lot of people do, which is 23,809 before tax. My PC first because they're censoring me. Why are they censoring me? Okay, and then I put that in 23,809 after tax is 20 grand per year total. So that's 3 grand above the bare minimum needed to give your child like a good standing of living, not including anything else really socially, not including anything else you might want to do. Nothing beyond the bare minimum. You can't, it's not taking in any emergencies or anything. I don't think it's unusual to say it's economically not viable for a lot of people. Houses in some areas of the States have multiplied by 5x in 3 years, in 6 years. Well, they don't build houses here anymore, so... The bye-byes are wrong, you, it's over. But doesn't want you doing your fit. What's my fit? But yeah, I think knowing you only have 3k of spare income for any emergencies or anything outside of the bare minimum, I would probably choose... Yeah, I would probably be like, yeah, I can't do that either. Especially when, like... Fucking hell, imagine your fucking fridge broke. Boom. 1 grand immediately gone. How much does a fridge cost? Like, and especially most of these people will be driving, and then the cost of a car is really bad, right? Like, if you have a kid, you probably have to drive. So then your store cat, that's really expensive as well, right? So now you've got no money. Your vendor's fridge is like 1 to 2k. Yeah, I googled it and it's saying like, oh, the fancy one is like 2k. You can get a normal one for like 500. I think it's responsible to go, yeah, I'm gonna have kids and not buy them anything for their hobbies. I think it's cool. I think that's what my parents did. Yeah. I think, yeah, it's like... I think it just sets them up for a bad quality of life where, like, they don't really get to do anything, right? The 200,000 grand is not the amount spent on the child, though, so you can't say you only have 3 grand to spare. No, I can, because it's including the child. That's the bare minimum you need to spend to afford to live, have a house over your head, pay your bills, eat, send that child to school. Therefore, it's like... Yeah, you'd only have around 3 grand for emergencies. That's perfectly valid. Obviously for kids, the park and forest is free. You can't send kids to the forest anymore because you'll get child protection services called on you. For neglecting your children, sorry. You guys know children don't play outside anymore, right? Because it's not seen as acceptable anymore. Send child to Dagestan and forget. You really should play outside more. They've got Roblox, bro. Give the children Roblox. It's not illegal to let your kid play outside. Of course it's legal. But I've seen situations where people have been accused of neglect for doing it, bro. Like that. But yeah, I think imagine your whole life. I'm not talking about young children. Like imagine having a child and you can't afford to like fund any of their hobbies. Like up to when they're maybe 16 and they can finally get a job. They can't do anything outside of like live, essentially, right? It's just not providing like a good life. It's just not good for them. Live outside for like the first 20 years of my life. Well, I hope you found a house soon. You reach out access way but spend most of their life offline. I think it's fine to not spend anything for kids' hobbies so long as you're able to do things with them for free, but that takes some time a parent might not have. Yeah, it's like even you have both parents working so they can afford all the costs of living, or one of them doesn't, and then you're fucking struggling essentially, and you're probably on like benefits to like make up the spare costs to like afford to live. What I think, and it's like if they're working, yeah, they'll probably struggle to do it. Kids' hobby is football. How much can that cost? You think sports are cheap? I've seen when kids are into sports, you fucking hell, that shit is not cheap. That shit is not cheap. Playing outside of the lads is free, yeah, but when you say that hobbies is football, you're gonna probably be throwing them in, I don't know, maybe like football lessons and making sure they can play regularly. If you do a kickabout at lunchtime, that's not your hobby. That's just you do a kickabout at lunchtime. Do you know what I mean? That's different from a hobby. It's like expensive. Depends if your child's really talented, the club may pay. Is my child joining Arsenal from age 2? I don't think they would be paying for professional clubs where they pay. Playing sports with your friends is literally free, Gilbert. Yeah, I'm not saying that's a hobby. I'm saying even when you look into sports now, they'll end up joining a club which you then have to pay for, right? They were just talking about the kids' occupation. Do they need lessons to play Fortnite too? No, I just mean because of how things are set up. For them to do, if they really like it enough to want to do it regularly, they probably have to join a club which you then have to pay for. Because you can be like, oh, I play footy with my lads. Go find a child and ask him if he wants to be playing footy or if he wants to be playing fucking Grow a Garden in Roblox. Maybe don't do that unless you like, not a random one. If you have a kid, maybe ask that, you know? Not a random one, please. But, they want to be on Roblox, bro. You're sure to get them out regularly. They want to be on Roblox. Yeah, good way to become depressed. But I think you guys have, like, a different, like, the wrong perspective on how easy it is to, like, get people together to play, I suppose. Maybe swim club? They don't need expensive shoes, huh? Well, then they need to pay for access to, like, a place to swim, no? But unless it's teams and clothes or something else, that's a career. But that's what you'd say. If you'd say that, like, sports is a hobby, that's what I think. Because they'd want to do it properly as, like, a hobby, right? Like, I've kicked a ball before. It doesn't mean football's my hobby. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I played it before. Wasn't my hobby. There was just a ball and there was a goal and I was gonna win, you know? These club things are really little expensive. Cost like 2 Mackies a month. It's not that expensive as long as you have spare income. But a lot of people here are in a situation where they wouldn't have that spare income. And a lot of... Let's see. I feel like depending on what the club is for, it could easily be like 30 quid or something a month. Okay, I gotta step back. This is a weird topic. We've been on for an hour. I was literally just saying I didn't want a kid. I don't know how we got here either. I was just saying I didn't want a kid. The difference between a hobby and a one-day thing is how much time you spend on it, not how much money. So you'd say, when the lads play footy at lunchtime, because there's fuck all else to do, that's their hobby? I don't think so. I think it's entirely different. And it's not about money, it's about commitment as well. And if you wanted to be like really into something like sport, you'd probably be committed to want to learn more about it and things like that, right? Like... timing is commitment, but also when you think about perspective of like modern child rearing, you guys think children are going outside to play regularly and they aren't. So you'd have to send them to a club because they aren't. They aren't going outside. Legit played as a hobby with friends every weekend and I only bought things to drink club. Maybe I bought regular shoes sometimes. Oh, well, I didn't have hobbies, so... But I don't think kids really, like, play outside like that anymore. Like, it doesn't happen anymore. I'm not saying you have to send them to a club. I'm saying you'll struggle to get them in a situation where they can participate in a hobby regularly that requires multiple people when they don't want to be outside playing in the first place unless they're really truly committed to it, in which case they'd probably be at the club. Because if they're not committed to it, they'd rather be playing Dress to Impress right now. And I want to play outside as a kid, but our parents forced us to. Well, parents don't do that anymore. I was like, you can force your kid outside, but he's gonna be playing on his own. So as a parent, you'd probably want to put him in a situation where he can be around people. Because the other parents won't be doing that. Just to impress friendlies. Kids are committed to where their friends are? Yeah, Roblox. They're on Roblox, bro. They're committed to Roblox. Roblox is free. The children are addicted to Roblox. They don't give a shit about anything else. The Robux is in the child racing ghost. Hi, Seven God. I'm gonna gaslight my kid into being scared of the outside world, and I'm gonna rig a laptop. The TV to my hidden laptop that only plays Cartoon Network. Keeping up fucking Hellscape society is not representative of the global situation. Well, I'm talking about my country, so... Simple as. What do you think of Roblox banning a YouTube guy who hunts predators on Roblox? I saw about it. I don't know who he is, so I can't comment, and I don't care enough to know who he is to comment. Simple as. Be surprised how easily kids be convinced to do sports or whatever. Depends on the kid. Because I think I never did it ever because I fucking hated sports. I hated all kinds of like group activity. I didn't want to be around people ever. My parents could never convince me. Was that the autism? No, it was just boring. Wait, Kiwi, what if you had a daughter you could dress up in Lolita dresses and force her to be cute as an extension of yourself unless you were curious through her cuteness? I'd only want a child so I could dress her up in like the mini dresses of the adult Lolita dresses. And then we could wear it together. That's it. That's it. Again, you just assume it has or will be expensive. There's literally multiple articles and multiple anecdotal experiences of people talking about it being too expensive for them to afford. I don't want to do it because I don't think mentally I could do it. I didn't say I couldn't do it because it's expensive. I said a lot of people can't because of economic factors. I also wouldn't want to because of economic factors. But I don't want to do it because I don't think I could do it. Hi, Twitch. I'm an economic factor. You're a cheap kid. Yeah. I didn't really go outside. And I didn't really do anything. I only went outside to sit in trees. And then I would go inside and I would stare in the wall. And I would write stories about like spies killing each other and then they got kidnapped and then one of them got killed. And then I would like draw pictures about like people getting like assassinated. And then they would like kill each other and then they would get kidnapped and then they would get killed. And then I would stare at the wall and then I would go and climb a tree. And then I would like look at my collection of crystal skulls in my room. And like my collection of like skulls and skeletons. And I would just do it in a loop, you know, that was all I did. And I would play Bimbember. I would play my Bimbember games. Can we read some of that? I don't think I have them anymore, sorry. I don't think so. But that was all I did. I hated all kinds of things that made me talk to people. It was so bad. Go to the free activities like setting fires, playing with rocks, and stop confessing! Stop confessing! You're not meant to say the ones that account to a confession. You're not meant to say those ones. Stop confessing in my chat. Say you love climbing trees or something, bro. Hypothetically, if you still had them, could we read them? I don't think you'd find the musings of a child writer very interesting. When I see a confess. I'm gonna start to walk to my friend's house and that's it really. I don't have friends, so yeah, I think yeah, maybe I go to a friend's house, so I didn't really have any. So I just stayed in my room. Do you still write? No, I stopped. I stopped ages ago. I don't write anymore. What the heck you do? I'm talking about when I was... What? Whimsy died? You went to us instead in a book. You read a visual... Okay, I read a visual novel, but writing a visual novel isn't writing, okay? It's different. It's not real writing. I moved from writing fiction to like non-fiction, and then I was just like, I stopped in general. Where's the VN? Somewhere on my channel. Celia's real writing? I feel like it's different. You can go outside now. What if I don't want to though? If you can, what if I don't want you? Oh, she won't bite. He's dead. Where's the non-fiction? Not on here. Sorry. I'm not publishing anything I've written. What part of it was not fiction? The assassinations? There's no... That was fiction, okay? That was fiction. Just when I was a kid, I really liked death. And I really liked like when people would get killed. In stories, not in real life. Actually, as a kid, I found shock sites, so also I don't know. Can I comment on that? I don't know. Can I comment on that? Yeah, I was like... Be relatable, coupon. So hecking edgy. I was like 11, okay? I was like 11. Okay, leave me alone. Leave me alone. There's nothing wrong with it. Not having hobbies fosters creativity. I just liked schools, and I liked dragons too, and I liked mythology, and I liked the internet. Man carrying pallets of water who trips. Oh no, my gallons. Oh. Well, I hope you find them soon. Hi, Baconator. You're so cool. I'm still cool. What do you mean I was cool? I am. I'm cool right now. She said she was a yander and her account name was Gaslight. XX. Was it Whimsy died though? Sorry. I think that's still Whimsy. I grew up. I grew up. I got over the shock size. Maybe your legs are cool from lack of circulation? Huh? They're circulated. What do you mean? I'm not in a gaming chair. I don't believe in gaming chairs. Gaming chairs are always made for men too, so they're not good to sit in. How come you pronounce internet like that, by the way? What's wrong with how I pronounce internet? That's how it's said. The gaming chair right there? No, that's this is my Herman Miller. This is my Herman Miller. This is my Herman Miller, okay? Please, I can't even believe you'd mistake it for a gaming chair. It's right. It's even misandrous about chat. It's not basic. What the hell? You pick it up from the side of the road? Nah, I bought it up first hand for $3,000. Psh, easy for me. Posh gaming chat. Like novel writing stream? Never! Never. I don't like writing fiction anymore. I'm not good at imagining things. I'm not good at nonce chat. What the fuck? The Herman Miller is in a nonce chat. Can't afford kids or can't afford a 20k gaming chat. Happy, my family's starving. The state of the economy, lots of them are going up for auction. Yeah! Woo, woo, woo! Buy Herman Miller stocks now! I like ninjas and stick figures. Oh, I like the little stick figure animations. I also liked Sonic. I don't know why I like Sonic. I don't think I ever really played any Sonic games. I played... The only Sonic game I can think of is like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Other than the ones I played on stream, did I even... I feel like I like Sonic, but I didn't even play Sonic games. So why did I like Sonic? I don't know. I didn't even play it. I feel like the only Sonic game I've ever played before stream was like... I've seen like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games arcade caps. That's it. I don't think I played anything else really. Play the GBA Sonic Flash card? You probably played it too. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I played it on like Congregate or something. But I never had an actual console game for it, so I don't know. I don't know why. It's not a video autism diagnosis. It doesn't make me autism. But I would make my Sonic OCs and I would make like super edgy, cool girls. And I would give them like a token man. I would give him a token boyfriend. And he was just basically like their servant. I feel like I mentioned this before. I would like have cool spy awesome girl. And it would just be like, Kevin. He loves her and he does everything for her. Fucking hell, got nothing else to do with him. He was just like average bloke. Because was irrelevant really. Was irrelevant really. It was just there for story purposes. The sexes are rusty. Sayonara, Kevin the Hedgehog. Look, I simply wasn't interested in the boy hedgehogs being cool, okay? That was nothing to me. That they've been nothing to me. I'm not interested. Cisco's looking for the fall. But he became so bitter and jaded. It's like the jet. Oh, I know which test you mean. The test where it's like, do the women... Yeah, the Bechdel test? Where it's like, do the women talk about anything other than men? Except it was anytime I wrote about men where they were only there to talk about the women. Oh, based. Yeah, as a kid, they were always like side characters, and I think they would have failed the reverse Bechdel test. They were simply there to uplift my feminine queens, okay? Like, you have a pretty good imagination for what I've seen, but like such a rather high standards for yourself. I feel like it used to be better. I used to be better at imagining things. Did your Sonic OC doesn't have a kiss emerald? Are you feeling okay? Holy shit. Besides, I might do a bin bag. Go buy a bin bag then. Go buy it. But yeah, I like Sonic. Probably from Flash. I like Flash games. And forget everything else I ever liked. When Kyuri was such an activist, I think I don't know, I feel like maybe my mindset was outed by anime blue. I don't know, I just didn't give a shit about writing about... They were nothing to me, like... Anytime I drew like a man or I wrote about a man as a kid, it was always just like... He was like there just for a specific plot point. So I could center my main character, beautiful Mary Sue, in my story about death. Like he was just there and then he just disappeared. Like hello plot man. Thank you for doing the plot. Does this exclusive the Bechdel test mean failing the Bechdel test? No, I think it would mean... I feel like it would mean passing it, right? Because you're talking about something other than a man. You're talking about... Would it be sociology? Perhaps sociology, perhaps. It's okay, because my Chinese web novels are often the same, but for me... Imagine you're like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay that you were a child and you didn't fully flesh out your main characters. You're freaking misogynist. Wait, misandrist? You the original writer of the Mary Sue? Yeah, it was all me. Hi Genzil, hi PC, hi Val. When I was like 6 in a dream, there was a tower above my house where I got to hang out with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. They were all like 6'2" mascots. But hyper realistic, holy shit. I never had... I feel like I never have dreams like that. My dreams are always like I'm getting chased. And I'm getting like they want to kill me. And I'm just getting chased. Or I'm like... playing a... And I'm like doing a Roblox obby. Like every time I remember my dream, half the time, for as long as I can remember, for some reason, like I've been escaping on like a Roblox obby. Like I've been playing like Total Wipeout. And I'm not quite sure why. Why it's like such a central point. Like I just keep ending up, like my dreams are like centered in like Roblox obby, Total Wipeout, soft play scenarios. And I don't get why. It's just where I want to be, clearly. Can make your dreams come true? No! Leave me alone! Go away now! Go away! Should turn around and beat them up. I feel like... they aren't actually physically ever there most of the time. Like, they just like appear and disappear. Like, they just appear. Except for the times where I would, like, I had, like, a period of time where I would kept dreaming I was waking up, but I was still asleep, and I'd leave, and I'd wake up, and I was sleeping, so I'd dream of waking up, and there would be, like, monsters inside my house, and I would, like, try and get out, and I couldn't, and I'd try and wake up, and I'd always dream this for a while. And it's like, I'd wake up and they'd be like, you can't escape, you can't get out of this. And then I'd wake up and I'd still be dreaming and they'd do it again and it was fucking mental. What kind of monsters? I don't know. I don't remember it that well, you know? I don't remember it that well. It's like, vaguely. Vague remembering. It's been a while, you know? It's been a while. Should I fight someone in a dream? Always feels like I'm fighting underwater. I feel like I never fight in my dreams. I feel like if I fought, I would get like knocked out of like the realism. You know what I mean? Like how I'd be like, psh, psh, no freaking realism. Let's leave, bros. Like let's wake up. Thank you for the follow, PC. Your magical girl power is good. I never have a good Nora. I never have a good. I never have a good or anything. I just have like... I never get any weapons. Yeah, because your murder output is suppressed to prevent you from acting out your dreams, and sometimes this is perceptible while dreaming. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just always running. I'm running and I'm hiding. And... I'm playing Roblox Obby. But yeah, I never get to fight. It's so sad. Suppressing Ethan. Somehow fighting is a pain. I'd say consider an alternative way to fight. I train myself to subconsciously fly in all my dreams. Well, I trained myself to lucid dream so I could do cool things in dreams. But it just ended up like I would just end up... I only really can call it now if I'm in a nightmare. And I'm in a nightmare and I realize it and I go, okay, fuck off. And then I wake up. And it's like I don't get to fight them or anything. I just like, I don't know. There's no whimsy. I just go like, yeah, piss off, mate. Wanker, let me out now, dickhead. And then it lets me out. Like, I don't really know how to actually fight though. Like, I feel like my brain resorts to just calling them a dickhead until they let me go. I don't know if that's an acceptable way to deal with evil creatures in the subconscious, but clearly it works somewhat. Do you have nightmares about missing my plane flights? No, I don't get anything like that. I don't get anything like that. I never get dreams? Dreams about like real things, really. I feel like a couple times I've had dreams about real things. I hate them. I hate them because I can never tell if they actually happened or not. And it freaks me out. Like all the time, I wake up and I'm like, I ate something in my dream if it was too real. And I'm like, did I do that? I don't know if I did that, you know? Would I be missing my flight? It's not real either. Okay, well, when it's something you can easily fact check, yeah. But sometimes it would be like I would have to go in and really check if that was a dream or if if it was real, because I was like, I don't know, I need to check now. Otherwise, I won't know if it actually happened. You know what I mean? Like that. I had sleep paralysis and dreams like that all the time. And, it was always the same shadow with yellow eyes, but it stopped after I kept trying to fight it in my dreams. I never had sleep paralysis. Which is weird because they say don't sleep on your back because you'll get it, but I never got it. They know I'm stronger. The letter in the hand trick. You put a simple letter on the back of your hand and try to ignore it. Each time you notice it, try putting your finger through your hand. No, to be fair, I can lucid dream as long as I like go to sleep telling myself I'm gonna lucid dream. I just don't bother anymore. I don't bother doing it. So it's like, I only do it subconsciously now, and it's only when I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore, see ya. But yeah, when I first lucid dreams, I pretty much looked up this blog of like this weird like woman obsessed with like astral projecting herself in her dreams. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. She was like, just stare at your clock and tell yourself you're gonna lucid dream. And I was like, yeah, I did that. And it just worked like immediately. I was like, damn, okay. I thought it'd be slower. Hi, Alistair. Can the wake up thing usually too? The way I do it is just opening my eyes. Wow, you can open your eyes while sleeping? That's weird. What? That's scary. But perhaps once or twice developed a near certainty I'm dreaming before awakening. Yeah, I did it a couple times. And it's like annoying, like being like knowing you're dreaming and it's in the dream, and for a little bit you can't wake up, so you just go piss off, piss off, piss off. Like sometimes I'd be like, I know I'm dreaming and I'd be like, fucking wake me! Like wake up, dickhead, 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 dickhead. That's really annoying. Stop, I don't care if it's paralysis, I'll pronounce it how I want. I don't care. Not bothered. Face bothered. No. We just say one out eyes open. That's weird. I feel like that's just waking up though, right? Yeah. Instead of doing anything in the dream, it's just waking up. It's been frustrating. Unfortunately, the vast bulk of dreams I can remember are obviously too surreal to be confused with memories. Yeah, the majority of my dreams are like, they include like monsters and stuff. So, I know they're not real. How detailed are longer your dreams? They're normally really long and detailed. Even if I sleep for like 5 minutes, I can have like a relatively long dream. I don't remember anything right now, but like I know from what I vaguely remember. To fly so fast, I meet computer can't make up a new tutorial. No! The program crashed. No, save it now. Do you know what else is crashing? Me. Be right back. I threw up. Guys, my tummy hurts and I threw up. Why? I'm calling with shit from Colorado. You didn't let us see it. Shut up! I'm not throwing up on stream. Leave me alone. When are you not good looking? You don't have to be like that. It's a bit better, but I still feel sick. No, why would I be pregnant? How would I be pregnant? No, I'm not pregnant. How would I be? It's Jesus. God smiley with a child because he had talk earlier. Who's the father? God, apparently. It's God. It's God, not in a bin bag. How would you throw up in a bin bag? Gee, is something bad too much or just one of those days? I think I ate something that went off. But it didn't look like it went off. So I think it did it on purpose to hurt me. Because I ate a bunch of grapes and then I found like one grape at the bottom that was moldy, but all the other ones were fine. And when I found it, I threw it away, but it made me sick, but all the other ones looked fine. I didn't see it, it was buried at the bottom. Maybe it was that, I don't know. I don't super analyze my tub of grapes. Every single one before I start eating them though. Yeah, I washed my grapes. Yeah, it's invisible, but I didn't see it until after. I didn't see it until after. It was at the bottom. It was at the bottom, It was also on a different bunch, so I was like, you know what, I hope it's fine. It didn't touch any of the ones I ate. But yeah. I think I ate it before I found... there was nothing I could do, it was freaking hidden. Usually it's spread by the time you can see it. Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I threw it up. Yeah, it's the freaking bottom grades I get you. Did you puke parts of the fruit? No. Nothing came back. Morning grapes shouldn't make you sick unless it's what's super blooming? What's super blooming? I don't know. I just assumed it was that because I was like, well, I didn't eat the moldy one, but it did touch. I like mixed fruit ripening or made of it black. They weren't mixed, and they weren't in a paper bag. But yeah, okay, Google says one single moldy grape doesn't necessarily mean the others have spoiled. You should just wash the rest. And not eat any that are touching it. I didn't eat any that were touching it. I didn't eat any that were touching it. Well. Listen, even if you eat the moldy ones, you should be just fine. I mean, probably, but we should be part of the exclusive Moldy Club. No! I don't even know why they meant moldy. I bought them less than a week ago. I don't know why. My smoke alarm doesn't beep, sorry. I have the ability to change it. So the Google AI Siri, it's a Google AI Siri, which is obviously my most verifiable source. It's also Mayo Clinic and the US, some Center for Community Health in America, who said it's fine. I just thought, like, you know what? I didn't feel sick until after I ate those grapes. So if I put 2 and 2 together... If I put 2 and 2 together... Maybe it made me sick. Very thought of a moldy grape made us sick. Sometimes food is a little more aged than its grocery store shelf placement might suggest. I get the one with the best sell-by date. The newest sell-by date. But recently some fruit just goes off like within a day and it pisses me off. Not like that usually makes you nauseous so you should eat them, but it's not like bad that you vomit though. What else would it be though? I ate it with yogurt, and I ate it with like the jelly that's made of like xylitol. So it's like 5 calories a tooth. I don't know. I'm like, what part is making me sick? It's us we're making you sick. No. Hi, Belle. Hi. Never an idea, but I'm not trying to get back on the health topic. Can you not claim? Wait, what was I saying? I forgot. I got lost. You said this one before, Senko. You said this one last time. You said this one last time. Maybe xylitol makes you sick, but it never usually makes me sick, so I don't know. Wait, you can't have grapes and yogurt together. I always have grapes and yogurt together. I always have grapes and yogurt. What's wrong with grapes and yogurt? That's my dessert. Not a biochemist, but there's more you can see. There's probably more you can't see. I mean, maybe, but the Mr. Medicine said, as long as it's not really mushy, you're probably fine. And also, I wouldn't have eaten it if I knew one was bad, but I didn't. Probably the yogurt was bad. I don't think so. I had a little bit like not long ago and it was fine. It was fine. And it's within its date. It's within its date. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's the vods spores. Ah, maybe it's a bit shock. I eat moldy food all the time and nothing happens with me. I don't know though, but I feel sick. And I don't know why. Because it doesn't make sense, because I ate it ages ago as well, actually. I ate it ages ago, so why do I feel sick now? Don't eat the mold. I didn't eat the mold! You still unwell? Yeah. I still feel sick. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You guys are walking mess. We wouldn't change it for the world. How am I a walking mess? Because I threw up? Because I threw up? It's not morning sickness. I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. You should have a high sleep deprivation you can throw up. Wait, I am really sleepy. Does that make me sick? I feel like it doesn't make me sick normally. I don't know. I don't know. How do you know? Because I don't think there's any more. I'm sure. I'm sure God doesn't do that anymore, okay? You still feeling nauseous? Yeah, I just threw up, yeah. Zeus does it? No! How do you know? But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming it was something I ate Fucking fresh food gets you, bro. When fucking eating healthy. It's messed up. It's messed up. To keep away from the swatch, was eating suspicious swatch. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe only normal ones, I reckon. If it was fresh, why mold? Sometimes shit goes moldy like the next day after you buy it. Fucking ask me. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why, because I checked the date and I'm like, interesting. It said you could still sell this for another week. Fucking die. So yeah, I don't know. It's probably not that fresh because they like ship it from everywhere, but that's as fresh as you can get here. Ruby like book you and mode it. Real. And mixing stuff probably caused a problem? Ha! But I always eat this, so I'm confused. I don't know, I always eat this. But yeah, I don't know, it was like new, and so I was like, I won't mega analyze it, because why would it go moldy? Okay, never mind. Is why I'm always sick? What? Because I eat fruit? I'm sick because I eat my fruit and my veggies and I get my 5 a day. Is that why? But yeah, I don't know. I'm so annoyed. I don't know why it's happening. Maybe you should rest? No way. I'm a hustler. I'm hustling. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. The first morning, like a couple hours if they're too wet or humid, or can they be fucking dry and tepid in my fridge, please? I said I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. They call me the cute hustler, you know? Oh my god. But yeah, I think it made me sick. You're consuming meds, don't eat grapes? Why can't you eat grapes with meds? No doctor's ever told me I can't eat grapes, so I'm gonna continue to do it. It's nice though, hustle onto bed, you What the hell? Holla Dragon Panda. I'm hustling going to, I don't know, Hustleland somewhere where they give me grapes that don't make me ill. Can you eat grapefruit with meds? So those are two different things. Yeah, you can't eat grapefruit because it's like dilutes the effect, right? But yeah, grapes are fine, I think. What's happening? Yeah, I'm talking about grapes. I'm talking about the psychology of grapes and why they make you ill. Oh, no, wait, oh, is it charcoal that diffuses? The effect of meds? And grapefruit just gives it side effects? Yeah, okay, charcoal does. I think it makes it pass slower. For radiation in particular increase it. Yeah, I'm just googling it. Yeah, it says it inhibits the enzymes that break it down. So yeah, it could make it go down or up. So it could go either way. It could go either way depending on the med. But grapefruit was fun. I don't eat grapefruit, and I also don't eat charcoal, contrary to popular belief. I don't do either of those things actually. But yeah. So I think I'm safe. I think I'm safe here, you know. I think I can't do anything to me. Just save my grapefruit for ingestion. Oh yeah, how else are you gonna consume the ingestion? The grapefruit. The grapefruit. You should start that? No! I don't think I want to try charcoal. I won't enjoy it. Yeah, they do have the charcoal ice cream though, don't they? I remember charcoal ice cream was a trend for a little bit. And They were like, yo guys, you can't be taking that. You can't be taking that. You can't be eating that. I think. You ever had it? No, I haven't. But you know, I made an educated guess. I made an educated guess here. Yeah, charcoal just absorbs stuff because it's sometimes they use charcoal when you overdose, right? When you overdose, it's like possibility, yeah, they can use it. But yeah, I remember I don't think it would be very tasty. And they like, but yeah, I just remember it used to be a trend when it was like grunge black food, like charcoal colored food was like really trendy for some reason because it was like black and awesome and edgy. Is a sufficient amount of really vomiting is induced? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. In fact, you should eat it on stream. Shut up! Not eating charcoal. Maybe you guys should eat charcoal. Maybe you should make that choice for yourselves. I don't want to. I refuse. You can't make me. Guys, what do I do now? What do I do? Do I go look at my grapes and like make like a solemn prayer? Like that? Just suck on some chocolate candy, Shabib. Even sleep or junk? I don't want a junk! I don't want a junk. Maybe I should sleep soon. No, I'm kinda tired. I'm kinda sleepy. Eat to compensate the nutrient. I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. How can you eat after being sick? It's horrible. Like, it's like when you're sick, it's like the last thing you want to do is eat, right? Because it's just gross and nasty. Disgusting. Disgusting. To drink water so the next vote is unpleasant. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking. You're the brat diet? What is the brat diet? Try just a whole lot of grapes to avoid waste. Otherwise, I just toss them all out. Yeah, I just threw them. I didn't eat any bad ones in the first place and I feel sick, so I just threw them. I threw the grapes! The grapes are gone. I already threw them away. Once I saw the moldy one, I threw it because I was like, oops. Thank you for the best one, Flex. Banana rice, applesauce toast? That sounds horrible. Then refund me then? I'm sorry. Clancy says no refunds. When you're sick, you just eat toast, right? You eat toast, and then when you get a bit better, you can have cheese on toast, and then when you get even better, you can have cheesy beans on toast. That's the real diet for when you're sick. Buy more grapes and toast them. What the hell? I want to eat my grapes though. I want to eat and drink alcohol to kill the bacteria. Oh god, no. Throwing up after you've drunk is disgusting. Like when you have like drank a bunch of vodka and you throw it up and it like burns off the back of your throat even more. It's so bad. Toss them at cars? What, you already get an asthma? Antisocial behavior order. I think free bud is good when sick, yeah. That's why the method is you go from plain toast to cheesy toast to beans on toast. This is what... That's what my mum always did. I didn't say get caught. Well, you're saying it pretty publicly, aren't you? Convert them for hurting you. Just destroy them. Destroy them for making me sick. Destroy them. Maybe they all deserve it after all. I just heroes. Somehow I feel like the government could break it if they really wanted to, you know? Show them no mercy. Fuck these grapes. Fuck them all. Fuck you. How dare they do this to me? Do I just go to bed? What do I do? I was gonna draw, but now I'm kind of like it hurts. You guys want to get rid of me in a bad? You wanna get rid of me? You hate me? You hate me and you want me gone? I prefer my grapes to juice. Oh. Need to be happy. Can you model right now? I need the gauge right now, but my tummy hurts. My tummy hurts. It hurts. Maybe I'll die. Maybe I'll die. Maybe I die. Stop whipping me. Stop whipping me. I was proof again. Stop whipping me. Don't whip me, no. I mixed grapes with yogurt once. They made me tequila sick. That's never happened to me, and I love mixing my grapes with yogurt. I think maybe I do it all the time, so I don't think it's the mix, right? I feel like it can't be the mix. You could why would I have gallstones? I'm not like 70. I'm not like 70 years old. You begged me you could go to bed. Okay, I'm gonna go before I throw up on stream again.